Yo, 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 what up? This is Scoozy, and I'm back with a brand new episode from the Block Vegas server. Now, last episode, me and Engineer Troy went and destroyed the End Dragon, and then we went and got ourselves some of these lovely wings. Aren't they beautiful? Yeah, and I lost the footage of my dragon fight, and I replaced it with some awesome information about jellyfish. I hope you enjoyed that. At the end of the episode, I came to the realization that now that we have Elytra, we are going to have to get a lot of rockets because they really go hand in hand. And the best way for me to go about getting rockets was to make a mob spawner. And actually, I recently saw a video where Iskal85 made a spawner that will only spawn creepers and spiders. And since we have no sheep anywhere in town, I don't mind even that it'll spawn spiders. I'll use that string for wool, and then we'll have tons of gunpowder. So that's pretty sweet. Now to build this farm, we'll have to go underground, starting from just above bedrock and going up. And so for that digging, I decided I wanted to get a beacon, and yeah, I did. I did get the beacon, as you can see it right there. And I'll show you real quick how that went down. So yeah, that was pretty easy. Potentially even a waste of a notch apple, but I figure if you've already beaten the End Dragon and you're now fighting a Wither, what are you going to use the notch apple for if you're not using it in one of those two fights? Really, really, right? You know, or are you just going to hold on to it forever? So I ate it, and it was tasty, and it helped me a little bit, I guess. So since the last episode, we've added a couple new members to the server, and we're really excited to have him around. We got a guy by the name of Thunders. There's also Iconic Builder. He goes just by Iconic. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I would recommend checking out his channel. I will link him down in the description box. Um, he has quite a few videos up now, none yet from Block Vegas, but I think those are coming soon. But either way, go over and check it out because he does some quality videos. I really enjoyed watching them, and I think you might too. And we also have I'm gonna, Philosophio Stone. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, Philosophio Stone, like that. And last night before I logged off, I asked if anybody needed anything, and Stone said he could use a couple more diamonds to finish off his tool set. And I had some diamonds kicking around, so I said, sure, I'll leave them for you here by my base. Come pick them up when you want. So I log in this morning, and this is what I'm confronted with. This gigantic monstrosity of a sugarcane farm. Look at the size of this. This is crazy. This is insane. Look at all that sugarcane. And then the signs, Scoozy, thanks for the diamonds. In return, I offer you this. Now you don't have to worry about the paper for the rockets. Hope you enjoy, Stone. Look at the sugarcane. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Stone. Of course I'm going to enjoy. So all we're going to work on today is our creeper spawner. I'm going to build it underneath my hotel, I believe, and have the gunpowder come up inside the hotel to be collected. So basically I'm going to spend a bunch of time digging, and you don't need to see that, so I'll disappear, do some digging, and then come back when it's time to start laying out the creeper spider farm of destiny. There you go. All the mobs love staying at my hotel. Maybe it's a mobtel instead of a motel. That was bad. I'm sorry. Anyways, that's what I'm going to do. I'll dig. I'll be back. See you in a second. Okay, so I took a little break from digging my hole because I found Philosophio Stone over here, and he is AFK right now. But for some reason, he's flipping a switch repeatedly. And I think this may be like a trick to keep you AFK on a server that like will boot you for being idle. But yeah, we don't do that. So I figure what I'm going to do is I'm going to prank him. So what I'm thinking is put a dispenser here like this. And we'll block him in there like that. And then we'll put a hopper in like that. Chest on top like that. Fill him in there. Then we'll just run inside here. Sorry for that noise. So I think you can see where I'm going with this right now. So yeah, hopefully by the time he comes back, he is just overloaded with chickens. It's just a little welcome to the server, you know? You build me a sugarcane farm, I fill you up with chickens. Seems fair, right? It's a good trade. Alright, so if... yeah. Now I just need to run some redstone from his switch onto the dispenser. There we go. Now let's just check to make sure we're actually getting some chickens in here every once in a while. Yes, there they are. Perfect. Yeah. Alright. Now we'll just leave him to AFK. Welcome to the server, Stone. Welcome to the server. So I left him a little note here. Welcome to the server. Hope you have a good clucking time. Scoo. Alright, so for me it's the next day, but now I finally have this hole dug. And I also went ahead and I put in the kill floor in the bottom. Underneath that is a hopper minecart on a track, picking up all the drops, and then putting them into a hopper chain leading to an item elevator that will end up directly inside my hotel. And then we have the two water streams on either end that will push the creepers and spiders from the outside, boom, down onto the magma blocks. So really all that's left right now are to put on the spawning platforms, and also the mechanism to trigger the water buckets inside. So then all I have to do is shape this like a water. So basically I need to come out 7 blocks on either side of this center, all 4 sides, and then make a diamond pattern. So I'm going to build one and I'll be right back. Okay, so basically this is one spawning platform here. So we have a dispenser, which I will eventually come and put a water bucket into. And facing that, or facing away from that is an observer. So this observer is facing up. And above this is another dispenser for the next floor up, etc., etc. So we trigger it from the top, and basically we pulse out the one dispenser, and when it releases its bucket of water, the observer observes it, sends out a signal to the next dispenser, which will dump out its bucket of water. Those buckets of water, starting in the center, they will spread out to this exact shape, so anything that's on this platform will be washed off. That stuff will be caught by the water and then washed down onto the kill floor. So as it stands right now, this would basically end up being a spawner for any type of mob, except for Enderman, because Endermen are too tall to fit. So the way we turn this into creepers only is with the wooden trapdoors. So this little tiny bit of additional hitbox rules out zombies, skeletons, and witches, and leaves only creepers and spiders. So that's pretty sweet. It's going to take a lot of just grinding, placing blocks, that kind of stuff. And so now that you've seen how this part works, I'm just going to go ahead and build the entire thing top to bottom, or bottom to top, and then I'll be back. Okay, so it's the next morning for me. I stayed up pretty late last night trying to finish this gunpowder farm so I could get Stone some gunpowder so he could go explore the end and try and get some shulkers and an elytra. So this is the top floor here, and yeah, it goes all the way down, as you can see. Pretty dark down there. Many layers. So let me get out here if I can without dying. I'm going to fill that gap too. Alright. Okay. So basically anytime you update this observer, we get a big lag spike and it washes all the creepers off. See them all falling down there? Update it again, the water will turn off. And we'll go up here and check out what we got. These are all things that I dropped. It takes a minute for the minecart to do its little loop, pick up everything, and then come back and drop it in the hopper. But it does work. As you can see, I have string and I have gunpowder. Now it's picking up all the torches from that top layer that I washed off. Yeah. It's slow to pick up the items, but I mean, once it's running constantly, this won't be an issue. See, there we go. Pretty sweet. So I'm going to get a few more materials together, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to do the timing circuit for this. Back in a second. Okay, so basically what I want to do is I want to have this thing updated by a block being pushed over top of it. So we'll do it like this. Actually, let's do it on the other side. Okay, so like that, and I need my redstone. Sticky piston like that. So now when the sticky piston is powered, it will pop out over the observer and trigger the system. So I think I also need to do a little bit of thinking, because I needed to
be powered than unpowered. So I think I'm going to need to put in a monostable circuit connected to this hopper clock that I'm going to build. So let me just get the hopper clock in, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how we're going to connect it to this system here. Okay, well, I'm back. I fiddled around with this for, I don't know, at least a half hour, and I need to edit this video and get it up, so I am probably going to have to call it here. Now, basically, I was trying to update the observer twice with a piston. So you power the piston, it pops out, updates the observer, and then when it retracts, it updates the observer. And that works, but there is no delay. So when you use a button, it updates, and then a second later it updates again, and that's enough to get the water to go and then retract. But with the piston pushing in front and then pulling back, it's too fast. The observer only updates once, and so then you're left with the water dispensed instead of retracted at the end. And then obviously while it's dispensed, nothing is spawning. And so yeah, I need to do a little bit of work to figure out how I'm going to connect this hopper clock to this observer to get it to update twice, with enough of a delay in between for it to actually register. So if anybody's watching this and has an idea of how to do that, let me know in case I haven't figured it out. But yeah, it is working, as you can see. I have rockets that I made with the gunpowder from this very farm. So yeah, that's going to do it for me, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please go down and thumb wrestle that like button. Be sure to check out the other server members, Engineer Troy, Iconic Builder, and Stone, and see what they're up to. I'm going to put links to the descriptions in my description of their channels, and yeah, go check it out. Come on and support Block Vegas. Yeah, so this is Scoozy, and until next time, I'm saying peace!